Wings. I'll put that in there. I need to unplug it. It's hot as hell out here. So far, I'm at 19 loads for the week. We're about to cut off at midnight. Trying to get 2 more in. It's been a while. What's going on, crazy? Young America. Been busy as hell. Technically 30 minutes. It's damn near 122 degrees outside. Just got some fuel. It's just hot as hell. It's my second bottle of water now since I sat here. Don't drink cold water. Regular room temp or truck temp. Still too hot. So far, so good. Haven't had much breakdowns at all. Long time ago, I had my radiator switched over. It had a small leak. Other than that, just tires blow out. I haven't had any, other than my 2 brand new steers. Oh, look, for faith. Or all y'all that was running for faith. Anyway, way back then, these are brand new lease tires, and for some odd reason they still blow out. So it doesn't matter about, I don't even think it's about how expensive the tire is. It just still blew out. I started deleting the DEF system on my truck. So I deleted 2 so far. I want to delete another 2. But for the Detroit engines, basically had to sit for like a week and got that taken care of. So I think it did take about a good 10 days for that one to get deleted. The Cummins engine took about a few hours. So I got two Detroit. One's deleted so far, so I have 1. My other is deleted. No, 3 Detroits, 1 Cummins. So 2 more needs to get deleted, plus mine. So far, everyone's been running. Like I say, I did 9. I'm at 19 loads now. Yeah, I can't see that. So that's 19 loads. It carried over from this old book. So, yeah, picked up from 14 on top. I put back 14 right there, which is the same box number. 14 right there. And now I'm at 19. For this week, I think last week, I'm running through books like crazy, like 1 week. So last week, I did another 19. And then it carried over from that one. And then the other one I did 24. So you boys been moving. And they're like 80-mile runs. Some of them pick up 50 miles down the road. So I've been moving. About 3 more minutes and I'll start moving. Can you turn around? Turn. How can I turn it? I can't turn it. Serious? Oh, there it is. Alright, cool. There we go. Are we here? Here. Trying to see. Oh, we're here. It's just been hot as hell out here, man. Like I say, very hot. 122 on my dash. It's saying that it's outside, so if you come down, you gotta dress kind of light and comfortable. My AC is on full blast. It still can't keep the truck cool enough. Since I've started on Sandbox, I basically have to start taking like all these 30-minute breaks. Either at the ship where I got some fuel filled up. But I've been running good so far. Trying to hit another 20 something. Sure, I'm gonna catch him up. But we've been moving. Now I'm gonna need 2 more drivers. Two more drivers needed. I got one driver. She left because another owner-operator offered her more money. So I released her. I ain't knocking nobody. He offered her way more money than, well, way more percentage pay than what I offered. So I don't see the logics in it, and I don't believe that that owner-operator will be making any money, which he's an idiot. But if y'all want to know, well, you ain't gotta hate Sandbox. It's the easiest thing out here. Putting people on pneumatic, they were bitching, complaining. So I got 3 trucks just with a blower on there. I mean, I could go somewhere else with a blower, but find where I'm at, making my money. Taking home at least, well, I ain't gonna say it on camera, $150 a week because I'm a W-2 worker. Can I move now? Yes. Hang on, let me see if I can move now. Alright. That's my 30-minute break, and we're off. Heading towards the shipper. Go get our number 20. I'll leave that. I think we're getting rid of pneumatic. So we're slowly transitioning out of pneumatic to Sandbox, in which we're picking up more welds. We had 3 welds where I'm at, and we just consistently move from whichever one that needs help. So they'll generally call me in my deep ass sleep asking me if I have my hours back. Now I'm pretty sure that the company knows and can see your hours. I don't know why they always call you when you don't have much hours. Oopsie. Just had to tighten this back here. So we're on our way to the shipper. Why is all those lights flashing? It's not my problem. Any questions, comments, concerns? That's all. Sandbox, you ain't gotta be standing up outside for 2 hours or hour, 45 minutes, 30 minutes blowing off sand. It's the easiest thing anybody could do. So even if you're getting paid $100 a load, 19 loads, 1,900. 20 loads, 2 grand. See, I'm on my second, well, my 20th load now. It's very easy money. But like I say, with that other lady, bringing 2 weeks. Yep. Should have another driver starting in 2 weeks. They just gotta put in their 2 weeks notice at their other job. So I should be able to have one more truck ready to go. It's all prepped up. I just gotta buy a new bed. I bought one new bed for my other driver. It's one of those Tempur-Pedic beds, simply because he's been doing pretty awesome. I'm doing damn good, and the bed, he was saying that it's kind of wearing out, so we went and got him one of those Tempur-Pedic beds, so he's pretty happy now. I tried my best to do as much as possible when I can, because I'm also working as my own driver. Let's let y'all see the road for a bit. And when I get up here, I really can't see the thing turn around. But, And so this person decided to offer a quote unquote 37%. Now 37% of the load that's paid to the truck. And I'm like, 37. Knowing that we're only going like, we're going basically like, let me put on my headset. Knowing that we're going to like 50 to 80 miles or 50 to 150 miles. I'll say for those 50-mile runs, you'll be paying like $349 something to the truck, and 37% of that is really a chunk of a change. So I sat down and did the math, and I'm like, all right, cool, know, because she was like, only worked 2 weeks, wanted a raise. I'm like, 2 weeks, you've been only making like $1,500. You haven't been doing much runs. And you're only making $1,500 and you want to raise because she's like, I need to pay off some bills and stuff. I'm like, that's not my problem. I hire you to drive so you can pay off bills. I got 2 drivers thank me, say they were deeply in debt, and so far they're about third month in now with both of them at the same time, and they're able to tell me that they paid off everything. I'm like, congrats. So they're making close to me. Sometimes they make more than me, which I congratulate them, take them out to eat. But generally, most times, if the well is down, that's our best time to get anything done, like oil change to the truck, take it to a truck wash, um, check if anything is damaged, broken, loosened, whatever the case may be. We get that taken care of ASAP. So once the well starts, it's up and running. Ain't no stopping. I hear a lot of people like, "Oh, we have a lot of drivers and not too much wells." I'm like, I don't know where you guys are or at or where you guys are running, but if my well goes down or we're complete with our well, you know it's gonna take like 2 3 days tops or minimum to get that well up, get it pre-filled. It's gonna take another day once it's done to pre-fill. After that, then you're looking at 2 to 3 days. So I move to a different well and go help out. Even if I get one load a day in, that's still something. Instead of just sitting around calling dispatch every minute asking about the same well, is it up yet? Has it start yet? Is it up yet? No, move around and go help. It's that easy. You have plenty of options when I would turn the. There's one of my drivers. I can tell. I see you. It's one of my drivers just passed on the other side and heading to the well. Is that first or second? No, if he's still in range. What are y'all talking about? I bet it's 37 of the net. 37 of the gross. Hmm. Sub shape. Yeah, 37. I wouldn't dare to go that high. So, anyhow, back to the story. So, 37% of what's paid to the truck, which is what the net. Come on, let's go. Sitting there fiddling on the damn phone. And I float my gears. So 37% of what's paid to the truck, I'm believing that's the net. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, you've only been here 2 weeks. Somebody offered you more. I'm like, cool. Like I have no problem releasing you. Um, I'm pretty sure the person worked for the company, or else I wouldn't need to fill out a release form and hand it to her. So I looked at her last settlement. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's do some math. Since it's you don't know how this game go. You did $4,000, 4,000 and some change. I'll say 4 grand flat. 4,000, and you get 37% of that, which puts you at 1,500 and some change. 1,500 and some change drop him down to 2,000, well, 2,500 and some change. I say you tend to use 16 to $2,000 worth of fuel. I say let's look at how much fuel you burnt out last week. You pumped $2,000 in fuel. So that owner operator only basically made 500 and some change. $500 and some change. Now, do explain to me, how is that owner making any profit? I don't get it. It don't make no sense. But that's the route they want to take. I said, hey, whenever that person can't pay you or having problems of paying you, be in mind the application still stands. So She is gone. I got one truck sitting back again. All the rest are starting to move. Hang on. Right on the side of the road. It's been pretty windy too. Sooner or later, it's gonna start kicking up all kind of stuff out here. Am I turning all around? What y'all seeing? Oh, that damn thing in the middle. Oh well. Y'all ain't steered me for a while. I can't even put on no music either. Why? Because they're gonna say it's copyright. Hmm, of course. Oh, also I hear in Texas too, they're starting to use those drones right there. See them? They're starting to use those drones out here as well. So yeah, I got to be careful when y'all driving. Yep. But they're starting to do. They have somebody flying that drone in the median, the top of the in the sky. You'll see a big ass white drone sitting above hovering. You'll see two troopers on each side of the highway. I mean, the speed limit is 75 miles an hour. Of course, I go 72, 73 cruise control. So these cars tend to just fly down the road, and I have a on guard. So when they fly and come in front of me, it picks them up and saying they're going like 93 miles an hour, 94 miles an hour, 100. Some of them Chargers and shit be flying on this dark ass road, but you can see the damn drone with the red and blue light, just tiny little flashes at the top. They don't pay attention to that because nobody would expect it in the middle of the median up in the air. Everyone's just focused with their eyes down low driving. Got to look out for those. Look out for those drones. Hmm. Other than that, I can tell you, I don't know. I hear people bitching about they ain't making no money, or whatever. I mean, it is summertime. Business starting to pick up. Been picking up. I ain't had no complaints. Believe I'm going home and gonna go buy a house. The guy wants $134,000 for it. I'm gonna talk his ass down to 100. Like, look, I got 100K cash. If you want it, you can take it. If not, I'm walking off. I can use that other 34, remodel the entire house, rip out the kitchen, rip up the carpet. I don't want no old carpet, so do some fresh paint around the house. It's a twin car garage, which is like one, then a space in the middle, then another one. And what I'm intending to do is knock down that garage and make it one big garage and put three of my cars in there. I think I want to trade in the Benz and get a Escalade, park that in there. I got my cover for the slingshot. I'm gonna park that in the middle, and then I got the other Ford that I'm gonna put right on the side. So when it's time for me to go with any car, I just grab whatever key and dip. In which all three keys are on one chain, so it don't matter what I take. I do a video. Well, I did a video with my brother wrecking the motorcycle. Well, it ain't wreck. He just humped the curb and went into somebody's yard and stopped right at their front gate. I'm like, shoot. Most of y'all saw it live and it's still up. And I was supposed to spray that damn bike, so when I go home, I was gonna spray it with water effect, so it make it the bike would look wet, like rain is consistently on it, which it got to be sprayed and covered. But he was testing out the brake. I believe he bled the brake, and it was another spring that's supposed to be inside. But the front brake was kind of soft, and he thought by squeezing the brake, wrap it around, leave it overnight, it should bleed back up to the reservoir. But in that case, that didn't happen. So they were telling him just ride it around and get the RPMs up, and then hold the brake, and hopefully it will bleed through. I'm like, that's not gonna work. So, and I thought all he should have did was just lean the bike to the left and just follow the curb, go around. But he kept it straight and just went over the curb. But he's fine. He ain't fall off or nothing. Pretty sure most of y'all saw it if y'all watching. If not, it's on there. Y'all can go watch it. I think it's titled "It's Been a Long Time." It's when I had my two boys and I put them in the slingshot for a test ride. Video was kind of choppy though. Ain't nothing but some rambling. I don't know how the signal is gonna take it, but we're just riding, mumbling for a little while because I just want to tell y'all about this good 37% that somebody got an offer on. So, I mean, it's good for the driver, just bad business for the owner, in which I don't think he thought of that when he offered it. But I can't knock nobody for making their money. Whoever offer you more money, be mine, you can go. I'll say if you were to work 1 year, you can ask for a raise, but 2 weeks later, man, that airwick smells good. I think it's that cone, like honey. What is it? The pine cone smell. Hmm, smells good. So the other one, basically the other truck, I believe it's jeez, it's hard to remember those truck. Pretty sure it's a Detroit or DD15. I think it's the DD15 because this is a 13, so that it's a flat top, so ain't much closet space to it. We're gonna leave that one out. What's up? Well, at least most of y'all will see it. Oh, another thing as well. This is kind of a good little investment thing too. I always wanted to see what else I could invest my money in. I should have just buy a house and have somebody fix them up and then I flip them. Just keep making extra money like that on the side. But this house is the house that I'm gonna go get is 134K, but I'm gonna give him 100K. So we'll see if he accepts it or not. If he don't accept it, just keep on looking. I don't pay full price for anything, especially when you got the cash to buy it. You have the power just to say, all right, you can either keep your land and your house and let it sit there until somebody offers you that, or you take that money and the house is mine. So they have the power to say yay or nay or not. Now, with another investment, uh, one of my friends actually got me on it. It is a stock market, and it's Robinhood. I put 300 bucks in it. At first, I got it. It gives you a free share when you sign up. No commission fees, no none of that bullshit. In which it's kind of I didn't know what the hell I was doing, so I started watching videos on YouTube. Of course, you don't know what. Whenever you don't know what you want, anytime you want to know something, go to YouTube. So YouTube basically broke it down to me: do this, do that, do this, do that. look it up on your laptop. You see everything a lot better. Blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll keep it on my phone. When my friend sent me an invite to it, I got a free share. She got a free share, and I believe I got Groupons at first, and then I invited my other friend to it, and I got Sprint from that. So it paid me $7 for Sprint, and it was $3.50 for Groupons. And then I waited until like the next day. It hit from like $3 and some change. It went up to like $10, and I sold it. Got a profit from that. Then Sprint was just an up and down battle. So as soon as Sprint just made something more than $7, I basically just sold it. Got the profit from that. Then I was watching it. They're like, yeah, invest $1,000 in it, and then you start buying more shares higher. So I was like, man, I don't know anything about this stock market shit. But anyway, as I was going along, I got skeptical and bought Groupon again for the cheapest. It was like $2.54. I bought it when it just plummeted straight down. Like when it gets Thursdays and Friday, that's when everything starts going down for the weekend. So knowing me, I'll wait for Thursday and Friday to start buying more stuff. Mondays, stuff start going up. Tuesday, everything is at its medium. Wednesday, everything is at its all-time high. Thursday, everything is just stacked up, and then by 10, 11 o'clock, it start plummeting. So of course, you know me, I start buying and selling shit. So sold that, then I think I bought like 20 shares of it with the $20. No, with the I invested $100 in it just to see, and then it paid me the earning like the next day from what I won from selling the shares. I was like, oh shit, that's what's up. It it has to be linked with your bank account so it can deposit and withdraw money whenever you want to buy more stuff. But whatever you win, it goes directly to your account and it's still there in your share. I ain't reading the comments. It is still your money though. So whatever you invest in it and you sell it, if you bought it for like $1 and it went up to $9 and you sold it, you basically made a $9 profit. So that $9 go back to your account, and then you still have 10 shares of what you had. So you have money in your account, and you still have shareholders that you can just keep flipping and selling. So of course, you know me, I put another 200 in it, totaled up to 3. I started investing in these marijuana stock. Of course, marijuana stock is through the roof, just steadily going like that every single day. So I bought it when it was $99. I bought 3 shares of that, and I made like 50 something bucks profit per share out of the 3 shares that I bought. So that's $150 extra on top of what I've made. My portfolio went up to like 700 and something, and I bought more shares that was like stuff that was like below market price. So I looked at its previous week and seen that, like, say one of the marijuana. No, I won't go marijuana again because I bought 3 more shares of it again when it was 123, and it's now at 119. So it went down some more, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna increase again. Every time the weekend, I notice it always plummet, and then it starts selling back off again through the week. I guess everything is closed on the weekend, so people want their money back. In which I should have caught on to it, and I would have made more. But I was new. I'm only like 2 weeks in it. So that being said, Robinhood is now a new little investment thing that I've looked into. So now my portfolio is like from 300 to 700 and some change. Easy money. I ain't complaining. Let me take this. It is good money. Um, stocks that I've actually bought and sold is a lot. Like I bought Groupon. It gave me Bitcoin for the first time. I don't know. I don't mess with all those penny stocks. So I bought Groupon. SeaWorld was a up and down kind of thing for me. I thought it would be better if I invested in SeaWorld and Disney, but SeaWorld was just below market price and just wasn't going back up. I don't know why. I'm like, it's summertime. Everybody should be going to SeaWorld or Disney. But instead of it going up, it was just going consistently down. So I'll just wait until it hit its all time low, and then say Disney's about $36. I'll wait till it hit like $25 and then buy like 10 shares of that. And basically, you can actually hold it for a month and collect dividends off it, in which you're part now of, like, basically you hold a part of Disney. So basically, Disney is working for you. Put it that way when you hold a share of it. But I ain't with that. I'm basically a day trader, so I'll buy when it's at its lowest, sell it tomorrow when it's at its highest. If it's not where I want it to be, I'll hold it the next day and then buy it when it's higher. Which that's the only thing I just do. So it's just not just one way of making money. There's multiple ways of making money, in which I'm sharing it to you all. Damn, see we're going out of business? Well, good thing I sold my shares. SeaWorld hasn't been doing good. It just goes $29, $30. At one point, it went to like 60, and I was like, SeaWorld just went up for a whole day, just straight up. And that's what made me buy it when it plummeted to 30 on the weekend, but it never went above 30 anymore. So as soon as I see it hit like margin right where I bought it, I just sold it back. And then ever since then, it just kept on going down. With Disney, mm, I have Disney. I bought. Well, the main thing you can look at. What's going on? The main thing that you can look at is like these marijuana stocks, in which those are. I think one that you guys can look at if you guys ever download Robinhood, and it's the 6th of the 2nd, 2019. So it's called I think it's IIPR, and then you can scroll to the bottom and you can pick the rest of those business that's linked to it. I believe IIPR is at its hundred and something dollars per share. Like I say, I don't buy these penny stocks, in which you can go buy penny stocks, but it's just gonna take you a long ass time to build up your money. Now, my friend was telling me just to put $1,000 in it and buy a lot of the shares, and you'll get a lot more back. But I'm still kind of skeptical. Like, I know I've seen Fuck You Money doing it, but Fuck You Money was on a different program and making way more. Like, he'll make 3 grand in a day, but in order to make that 3 grand in a day, you have to deposit your first, like, a certain amount of money to just buy a heck of a lot of shares when it's at its lowest. But be in mind, you do know, even if you buy IIPR, it's going to increase dramatically per day. So, say I got it at $100, I can stack that $1,000 in it and get 10 shares. Buy those 10 shares, let it hit like an increase of 20%. You gain a heck of a lot of money from that. Then you sell it, get your money back on top of your profit. That is a good investment, but I just don't see the logics in it for me to put that much money. I've already put $300 in it, and I'm already at like 700 and some change. So I made a 400 and some change in just 2 weeks. So that ain't bad. And the only one that made me that much money was IPPR. Oh, I should have just put y'all right in front. That's too much to read that now. Plus, I'm going 70 cruise control. So that's another thing that y'all can look at. Sun isn't really starting to set yet. I can do 2 more loads before the end of the day. It's already 7 o'clock. I'll probably make it to the shipper about no, it's 6 o'clock. So make it to the shipper about 7. Get back here about 8:39. Get back here 10:30. Get back to the well again before midnight. So it's cutting it kind of close. I want to get at least 21 loads and be back at 7 grand for the week. My fuel, my fuel expense is always 12 to 1400 bucks. I don't think I ever went over 1600. It's always 1200 to 1400. I don't think I made it that high. Not sure, but I'm pretty sure I haven't used that much fuel because I'm doing damn good so far. So all my expenses probably be 16, 1700 or less. Fuel is my biggest cost. Now 99 degrees outside, which is ridiculous. God can stop shaking. Pretty videos, pretty the video quality is horrible. Not to mention the signal is gonna be horrible when I get down to the shipper. If you guys are still alive on here, because I barely get signal when I'm out there. And the best way to do it, right when my clock is basically over, I got a few hours left. I have like an hour and like 30 minutes or so. I'll use that time to drive back down to the shipper and camp it out there and set my PTA. Well, tell the job to set my PTA to whatever time that it may be. I appreciate you guys for the likes, but I really haven't heard much of from H Town. I need to see how he's doing. I appreciate the 9 likes out of 14 of y'all watching. It's just been a very long time, and I've just been really busy. It's more of the mindset of trying to figure out what else I can invest in. I mean, I don't know why I'm buying a house, and I'm more always out here working. Now we're at 10. That's what's up. That Robin Hood is a really good investment for me. That's what I'm saying. For me, that's like a little extra chump change on the side that gets deposited into your account the next day. I ain't telling y'all to go do it and blow your money and go putting all your money in stock market. And yes, it is a tax write-off and deductible, so I still got to pay taxes on it. It's just like the lottery. So a story. There's a guy on there called Ricky. Oh, I think I turned y'all around. A guy on there that's called Ricky. Just either type in Robin Hood and you see this 25-year-old kid rent houses. I was planning on buying some and then rent them off to Section 8 because everybody loves Section 8 houses. So buy some houses and just rent them off to Section 8, but at least that's a consistent money coming in from the bank or from the government straight into my account. I just look at different ways so I can invest in where no matter what I do, there's still something coming in. Now, anyway, there's a 25-year-old kid called Ricky on YouTube that has this biggest world trading thingy, whatever you want to call it. I am in his Facebook and YouTube group, and he will generally go live each day in which he does his stocks in oil and gas. But that kid, Jesus, that kid done made way too much money for me to even catch up to him or even think about being on his level. When he make trades or anything, it's always in the hundred thousands of whatever he's buying. So he'll have 100,000 and just buy something else again and then sell it. So he's just consistently making money. He'll make like 1,500 bucks in a few minutes to $8,000 for the day. So I'm like, man, in which he's saying you can also do it. Just start off your profile with $1,000 and do. But I'm like, I don't need to do that. I started with 50 bucks at first, then I turned it to 100. Then I put need more shares. I needed more. More money to buy more shares from another for um another stock that I wanted to buy because it was at its lowest. And it was like I looked at previous week from the chart, and judging from what Ricky was telling me, always buy it when it's at its lowest. It tells you everything, like the patterns always repeats themselves, in which the patterns does repeat himself. And I bought it when it was, I think, $2 and some change, and I held it throughout the week, and that thing went up to 50 something dollars, and I bought 20 shares of it. How about an increase? That was a good profit right there. And that's how I flipped my money and bought one of IIPR when it was. I was watching it when it was at $99 because I didn't believe that it would be going up so much. And of course, these are marijuana distribution stuff where the country is generally going high on marijuana in every state. So I start looking for all these shares and companies that has to deal with marijuana, and I start buying the shares when they're at their low. Right now, I probably have like probably 300 shares bought from different marijuana companies, and trust me, coming Monday, my dividends is gonna go up high as hell. And if it continually grow before noon, I'm selling it all, get all the money from that, wait till tomorrow. MST is at point 3. I'll look it up. I'm driving right now, so I have it on my tablet. Well, I'm also I have my account and my friend's account that she gave me. She was doing good, but what she kept doing is taking out the money, and you can take out the money and you can take it out from your stock. So even if you got 150 stocks, you can take out that money. So she leaves 50 stock. So she can't buy much. So she gave me her portfolio, and she gave it to me with 32 cents in the portfolio. I'm like, what can I do with 32 cents? Now she had her money in bitcoins, and bitcoins basically she had like $9 some change in it. I had to sell that bitcoin, and I had $9.32 left in that account. That very same day, I bought, I think, Groupon when it was at its lowest. Luckily, the market just opened up and everything just started going up. Groupon went from $3 to $5, and I sold that. And within the end of the day, she had like $50 and some change left. So she had $50 and some change sent to her in her account. So I'm doing my account and I'm doing her account. So I'm like, oh man, you better pay for me for this. So coming Monday now, I had a, well, on the weekend, I buy weekend shares from Sunday when everything in it is at its all-time low. So basically, it's a pre-market where I start buying more stuff, and then Monday, everything just start going up, just a small amount of profit. But you can hold it for Tuesday, and it increases even more. So that's a, well, enough with the stock market, or else I can just talk about that all day. But just so you guys want to make some extra money on it, you guys can YouTube Robinhood, and you can either buy shares and hold it for dividends, in which it pays you monthly, in which that's what I just found out. But I don't want to hold stocks for a whole month. Like Apple, you can buy Apple and hold Apple, and you're now a shareholder of Apple, and Apple will pay you a certain amount of cent or dollars per month. So say you buy 10 shares of Apple, Apple will probably send you a profit for like $5 every month. I don't need that. I'm straight. Apple costs way too much to be. I can make more buying and selling rather than to wait a whole month for $4 or $5. I'm just saying. It's up to you guys. Hmm. They have these double chassis in front of me too. I think they pay a little bit more. Well, not double chassis. These double boxes. Hmm. I'm gonna look into MS. What is that? MSRT? Yeah, MSRT. I'll look into MSRT and see how that goes. But I did see. I mean, I've seen Fuck You Money on like these penny stock stuff, in which if I see him again or run into him, I can basically get some insight or some schooling on that as well, just to see how that's playing out. I mean, that is something fun and kind of cool where I just sit in my truck, either at the shipper at the well, or before I get my hours back, I can do a quick 1 or 2 hours of buying some shares and selling them. Now with Robinhood, if in order for you to do, don't do it, don't do it. This is the shit that you gotta deal with. See this? God damn it, boy. Shit that you gotta deal with. These pneumatic drivers just know you coming damn near 70 miles an hour and just pull out right in front of you nice and slow, and you see a truck going ain't going out of goddamn where. You going down the road 70 miles an hour cruise control, and that's how people get hurt. Boy, I tell you. But anyhow, nah, it ain't the water trucks. That was actual pneumatic driver, and he should have known better too. That was a pneumatic driver. Ain't no water truck. Water truck goes 55 miles an hour. At least they're smart enough. They'd start taking that turn and doing that. The water in the damn truck is just rocking. Anyway, anybody that needs another job, I got two of my friends that want to come down. So I think they're coming. One is coming in July, and the other one coming in August. One wants to spend his final 2 weeks in OTR, and then another one wants to do some home time and spend with his family, which that's fine with me. So I tell him whoever gets to the last truck first, that's all I can tell him. There is no seat holding. It's whoever that needs to get come down here and get the money. In which I even say buying trucks and doing this whole bull is just a complete waste of my time and waste of my money. Because I could have saved my damn $30,000, $40,000 that I use to buy trucks, and keep that shit right in my pocket and buy houses and rent them out. Mm. we'll see how it goes. I'll say I tell everybody start running as hard as you can because December and November, well, on Thanksgiving, the day of Thanksgiving, that's when everyone goes home. Nothing's gonna be running, but you can still stay out here. Maybe they'll have a well or two that's still up and pumping, or whoever wants to stay and work. I'm pretty sure if you're on the well side, the well side people always have their own little food and stuff like that, and then nobody's basically gonna be out for Christmas either, because that's when you gotta go home and exchange gifts and all that stuff. Me, I'll stay, but we're still running, still make our money. Because last year it was the same. Everyone else was slow, and I still made 15, 16 loads, but that was pneumatic. I'm not sure about Sandbox now, but for me, Sandbox been going pretty good. And I've been doing 19 to 20, 21 loads. If I can get 21, that'd be great. Still got 3/4 tank fuel from when I filled up. Just barely coming off the 3/4 tank because I only get 80 gallons. That's why I keep my fuel costs low. Should have just stuck it in the window. That's what I should do. I don't feel like taking it off. Move in the house. Yeah. All right. So the internet I can take one or two, get another truck. So I can take one more driver. If I get two in, then I can just invest in another truck. But this is gonna be the end. The signal is gonna get pretty crappy out here because now I'm in the middle of nowhere, heading towards the shipper, and I'm about 5 miles away, and that's when it's gonna start. So if anybody needs another job, I can get one or two more. But if I get two more, I have to get one more truck, and then I'm done buying more trucks. Will not be buying any more trucks, and then that'll be it. So whoever comes and get it. Whoever don't, I'm done investing in more trucks. I think the trucks that I have is way more than enough to keep a track of and keep everyone up and running. And I don't want to put too much trucks in this company because my goal was to have at least 8 trucks where I can have all 8 trucks on that well to be like, well, all 8 trucks are me right there. Take a picture of a success of me running basically your own well in another company. So, like I say, I'm gonna cut it off right here. You guys can look at Robin Hood. There's a guy called Ricky. If you guys type it in, Robin Hood, and look for Ricky. Um, he's a very young-looking kid, about 25 years old, and he's basically a millionaire. So I'm on his Facebook group and his YouTube, and we're in a Facebook group where he live stream these stuff and show you when to buy, when to sell. So he's making money, you're making money as well on whatever he's buying. So you can look at what he buys and what he sells, and you're also going to be making money from that. If he has everything already set up to where I'm pretty sure he's always coming in on top. You might lose a few times, but not as much, but you can do your own diligence and your own common sense and your own research. What's good for you? I'm not telling you to go spend all your goddamn money now in the stock market, but for me, it's been working so far so good. Now I've been making a little extra income. I use basically that money if I can use it per week for my own fuel. So, mm. Anyhow, one or two drivers needed. Invest in the stock market if you guys want to. You guys can do your research on it. If you guys want to start, you can download Robinhood where you don't have to pay all those people. Like I said, um, that's about it. I'm gonna head in the shipper in about a mile down the road. So be safe out there, guys. Drive safe. Watch out for crazy drivers. Drink a lot of water. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. Go out there and get the money.